Hello and welcome to Colin's Yarn Magic. This week's project is this lovely little keychain, or you could use this as a zipper pull, or you could attach it to a suitcase so that you can find yours. I've actually starched these a little so they keep their shape, and I've linked the stuff that I use in the description box below. They're really quick, so you'll need some cotton. Cotton works best for this because it keeps its shape a little better. You'll need a keychain and a button. Now this can be any type of button, but I found these beautiful kitty cat ones on Temu. I found them on. Okay, so you will need a 2mm crochet hook and your cotton, and we're going to begin. Okay, so to begin we're going to start with a loose chain of 17 stitches on a 2mm crochet hook. Okay, so keep this foundation chain quite loose and you're going to chain 17 and then we will begin. Okay, so a loose chain of 17. Okay, so we're going to begin in the second chain from our hook with a single crochet into this chain. Okay, so then when you've got 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now, we're going to build this up 4 times. Okay, so you can see here we have a little loop here and one on the left side. Go under that left loop only, yarn over and pull a loop through. You'll have 2 loops again and make another single crochet. So that's 2, do it until you have 4. Okay, so go under the left loop, yarn over, pull through 1, then yarn over, pull through 2, and that's 3. One more time, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so to build this, we're going to be doing like a Tunisian stitch all the way along, and to do that, we're going to be picking up loops. Now, this first one is different to the rest, so you can see here you have this little bar. Insert your hook, yarn over and pull a loop up, then go into the next stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop, into the next one, pull up a loop, and then into the next stitch of your foundation chain. So here's where we began. We're going into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through. You'll have 5 loops on your hook, and you're going to yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, then yarn over, pull through 2 again. Okay, so now we have these little bars that you can see here. You're going to go under that bar, yarn over and pull a loop up, into your next little bar, insert and pull a loop up, into your last little bar, pick up your loop, and then into your next stitch, pull up your loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, and you're going to keep doing that across the keychain. So pick up your next one, and the next, one more, into the next stitch along, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. So I'll show you it one more time and then you can do it to the very last post and we'll catch up together. Okay, so one more time, you're going under the bar, yarn over and pull up a loop. Here's your next little bar, yarn over and pull up a loop. Under the last, and then into your next stitch along, and when you have 5 loops, yarn over and pull through 2 until you've completed that row. And 2 and 2. Okay, so keep doing that across. Stop at the last chain and I'll show you how we end the first part of our keychain. Okay, so I'm just on my last little post here, working into the last stitch and pulling through 2 until completion. So 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. Now we're going to begin working around the outside, and to do that we're going to start with complete slip stitches in these bars. So under that bar, work a complete slip stitch. So pull through both loops. Okay, so go under that loop and work a slip stitch. Slip stitch. And in the last one, you're going to work a slip stitch in that stitch, slip stitch, and your chain 1. So now we're going to work down the side, working yarn under, single crochet. So into the same space with the slip stitch and your chain 1, you're going to work a yarn under, single crochet. So insert your hook, yarn under, So yarn over obviously goes over the top. This time make sure the yarn's under, pull through it. When you have 2 loops, yarn over and pull through 2. This gives you a little X shape rather than a little Y shape, and it really does help hold the shape and reduces the gaps. So you can see here's your next stitch. Insert your hook, yarn under, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn under, single crochet. All the way down this side. Obviously if this is too tricky, you can just use a normal single crochet and just wet the sides a little more with the stiffening spray. That's an option obviously. Okay, so continue working your yarn under single crochets until the last stitch, and then we'll work the corner. Okay, continue along working yarn under single crochet. Okay, so I'm just at the last stitch and I'm going to work a yarn under single crochet, chain 1, and into the same stitch another yarn under single crochet, and then continue across the bottom working yarn under single crochet across, and in the corner you're going to work 1 single crochet, chain 1 and another single crochet. Okay, and then you're going to continue across the other side working 1 yarn under single crochet across. When you get to the last corner, stop and we'll work the top part together. So across the bottom, do your corner, and then up here and stop, and we'll work it together. At the last corner, you're going to work a single crochet, chain 1, and then a slip stitch into the same corner. Okay, 1 more slip stitch into this stitch here. Now I'm using yarn under slip stitches. Again, you can just use normal slip stitch. Yarn under, sorry, will make the pattern on this side. Okay. Now you can see that we have these 2 stitches in the middle. First of all, you're going to slip stitch in the base, chain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 more for 8. Okay, so now working back down this chain of 8, you're going to work 7 single crochets. 1, so this makes your little loop for when we add the keychain. Okay, single crochet down this chain, and then when you're back at the bottom, this was your slip stitch, you're going into your next stitch along and work a slip stitch. Then into your next 2 stitches, work another slip stitch. So 1, and into your last, you can just see it there. Work a slip stitch, and then you're going to cut your yarn, and we're going to do an invisible close. Okay, so cut your yarn away, and then pull your yarn straight out. Okay, and then pop this onto your sewing needle of your work. You're going to skip 1, go through the next stitch, put it away from yourself, then you're going to come back. So skipped 1, come back to this one, and you can see that this loop here, we're mirroring this loop, and then we want to make the same on the other side. So you can see we bring this back over to the very first stitch and go through those 2 bumps, pushing away from yourself. Okay. So now you're going to add your little keychain through your loop and bring it down and hold it there. And now you're going to sew this into place. Okay, so take the yarn that you were just using. You might need to come a couple of stitches under before you sew down, just so it doesn't pull. But then when you're here, you're going under 1 loop from here, making sure your making sure your needle isn't through on the other side, into the loop and pull down, and then do the opposite. So come through this wee loop first, then under the loop and away from yourself. Okay, and then you're going to feed it along to this other tail, which is the tail from your foundation chain, and then you're going to do a box knot to secure that. Okay, so with both your tails, oh, you're going right, so the right tail goes over the left and tied down, and then you do the opposite, so you come the left loop comes over the top of the right loop and pulls it down. And doing that means you can cut right down to that knot and it won't come undone, it won't fray. I do recommend next that you block it onto a blocking board, or pin it onto like a wee bit of fabric or something. Hold its shape, spray it with the stiffening spray, allow it to dry completely, and then you can add your little button on. So like I say, I chose these, but you can see the difference from it being starched and unstarched. This one is curling up, this one's nice and straight. Okay, so that was this week's little project, a lovely little keychain. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, let me know what you thought in the comment section below, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye now.